How Sunday worship became the greatest Christian hoax. The boldest lie in Christianity, exposed. The boldest lie in Christianity has deceived millions, and yet it's hiding in plain sight. This lie isn't about atheism. It's not even about false prophets. It's about a tradition that most Christians follow without ever questioning if it's biblical. Here it is, the belief that God's holy day, the Sabbath, was changed from Saturday to Sunday. That, my friends, is the boldest lie in Christianity. Let's examine the facts. In Genesis 2:2-3, after 6 days of creation, God rested on the seventh day. He blessed it and sanctified it. That wasn't for Jews. It was for humanity. There were no Israelites, no 10 Commandments, no Moses. Just God and mankind. And God said, "This is my day of rest." In Exodus 20:8-11, God wrote the 10 Commandments with his own finger. The 4th commandment says, "Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God." Nowhere does it say the first day. Nowhere does it say, pick a day. It says the 7th day. And yet today, most Christians go to church on Sunday. Why? Some say Jesus rose on Sunday. True. But did Jesus ever say, "Now worship me on Sunday"? Did he say, "The Sabbath is now Sunday"? No, not once. In fact, Jesus kept the Sabbath faithfully. In Luke 4:16 it says, it was his custom to go to the synagogue on the Sabbath. That's not a one-time event. That's a lifestyle. Others say, the apostles changed the day. Really? Let's look. In Acts 13:42-44, Paul preaches to Gentiles on the Sabbath. In Acts 17:2, Paul reasons with people on the Sabbath, 3 weeks in a row. In Acts 18:4, he persuades both Jews and Greeks every Sabbath. There is not a single verse that says the apostles stopped keeping the Sabbath or replaced it with Sunday. Not one. Let's challenge that. Where does the Bible say the Sabbath has been changed to Sunday? God now blesses the first day of the week. The first day is now the Lord's day? You won't find it, because it's not there. That's the boldest lie, taught not by pagans, but by preachers. And many don't even know they're repeating it. You might say, but Sunday worship has been around for centuries. That's true, but it wasn't established by God. It was declared by man, specifically the Roman Church. The Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine boldly admits, Q. Which is the Sabbath day? A. Saturday is the Sabbath day. Q. Why do we observe Sunday instead of Saturday? A. Because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. In other words, the boldest lie in Christianity is the idea that man can change God's eternal law. And here's where it gets serious. Daniel 7:25 prophesied this lie. It says a power would think to change times and laws. God's Sabbath is both a law and a time, the 7th day. No wonder Jesus warned us about deception in the last days. He knew this lie would be widely accepted. In Revelation 14:12, it speaks of God's end-time people. It says, "Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus." Not Sunday keepers, not tradition followers, commandment keepers. So here's the challenge to every skeptic and Sunday observer. Show one verse, just one, where God changes his holy day. Show where Jesus, the apostles, or God the Father say, "From now on, keep Sunday holy." You can't, because it's not there. And if it's not in the Bible, it's not from God. The boldest lie in Christianity has been exposed. Now you have a choice. Will you follow the word of God or the traditions of men?